there guys, gals, and non-binary pals, GM Potter here. Welcome to my channel where I review books and bookish things. I try to post Thursdays and alternating Tuesdays. And if you like what you see, please consider subscribing and sticking around. Today we are going over a book that I got not advertised, but I saw it in advertisements for a service that I ended up paying for with my own money. That is to say, Book of the Month Club. And this one was featured very heavily in all of their commercials here on YouTube, and so I got it as my first book, and that is The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. You can see the Book of the Month Club banner in the upper right corner. This book came out in 2021. It is the author's debut novel, and let's get into it. I kept seeing ads for it, and I was looking for a new book subscription service, and this is the one I picked for my first book. It would annoy my older brother because it says a novel on there, right there, and he absolutely hates it when books say a novel, because he's like, well, yeah, it's not a fish. What else would it be? But I love it when they say a novel. I'm like, okay, cool. Good to know. It just reminds me of, the antithesis of Magritte with the "this is not a pipe." Like, I can't remember how to say it in French, and I've been told my French accent is horrifying, even if I could remember how to say it, so I will spare you. But it feels like that, and I love it. This book is a fake dating trope situation. If you're not familiar, fake dating is there's a situation beyond character A's control, and the only way they can think to solve the situation is to get a fake partner, and they coerce person B into it. Usually person B has been into them all along, but not always the case, and they end up just having real feelings, but they get scared and afraid the other one isn't actually feeling it and break it off and then come back together, is usually the trope. That's what it usually is. Your mileage may vary, but that's typically what we're expecting. I knew that. This book is pretty true to the trope, without getting into spoilers, but it is self-aware enough to be fun. Over and over and over and over again, the character, this one, Olive, says that, oh yes, I'm fake dating Adam, I'm fake dating Dr. Carlson, and her roommate is the only one who knows that they're fake dating, besides, obviously, the fake partner, and he's like, you can't fake date him, blah, 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 and there's, at one point in the book, they go to a conference, and they're forced to share a room. She says, we can't share a room, there will be only one bed, and he's like, no, it's a double, I got the confirmation email, I'll show it to you. No, you don't understand, we're fake dating, this will lead to a one bed trope, and I'm like, I was just squeeing so hard while I was reading this. It is so much fun to read, because the author is so well aware of the tropes that she's using. Like many good rom-com books, it is cobbled together from various tropes, and I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, but she's self-aware enough to know what she's doing, and honest enough with the reader to say, yeah, I'm doing this. You love it. And I did. There is lots of banter in the book. It's about 90% banter. The interactions between the two characters is 90% banter. It's witty, it's stemtastic, and it's just a little bit sexy. Like, there's enough miscommunicated innuendo to make it sexy and a little dirty without that actually being the thing. There were some reviews on Goodreads. Oh, this one has a 4.18 on Goodreads. Again, I give this 5 stars. It was the Goodreads Choice Award nominee for the romance category of 2021, which is the year it came out, which is high praise, especially for an author's debut work. I did get another one of her books. I don't even remember which one I got. I saw the name. I'm like, ooh, I just finished reading this book. I'm going to add this to my cart, and picked it up at Target. It's sitting on the table in my living room, and I will read it probably for November, because I've got my spooky books for October that I'm reading now. There are 13 of them. Be prepared. Spooky season is coming. This book had me just smiling and blushing and giggling throughout most of it. And then when it gets surprisingly spicy, it's like face. Because I'm so used to reading books in public that turn out to be smuttier than I'm expected that I'm just like, turn page. Okay. And just the blank stare. But which there was a TikTok I saw the other day that the person in it was saying that it's not that the first person was saying, "Oh, how can you read smut in public? I don't understand." And the response was, "It's not the smut that gets you. It's the fluff." And that is 100% true. I was just giggling and squirming and blushing and all of this through the fluff. And by fluff, I mean the inadvertent hand holding and the, "Oh, you got too much sunscreen on your hands. Go put that on your boyfriend, why don't you? Oh no, now I have to touch his abs." And the, "Oh, I remember you like pumpkin spice coffee. I hate it. Here's a pumpkin spice coffee just for you because I remembered." And like all of the sweet little touches that let the reader know that they're falling in love, but somehow the character misses it because that's part of the trope. And it's beautiful. Um, Towards the end, it gets really spicy. Um, Mild spoiler. I try not to do spoilers, but mild spoiler. There is talk of SA in the book. SA, SH. It's not really SA. He threatens to SA her, not the main character. A different character does, and it's taken when it comes to light. It is taken seriously, and justice is swift and thorough, and that is an amount of wish fulfillment that I am here for. That it's the same reason I watch Law and Order SVU. It's the wish fulfillment that if something like this happens to me, not only will I be believed, but justice will be carried out. Like it was good. Like when I got to that part of the book, my stomach just dropped out of my abdomen, and like it was awful. And then the resolution happened, and I was like, good, good. And it's so good. Some of the reviews on Goodreads were several saying that this is a Reylo fanfic feel, that being Kylo Ren and Rey, or rather Rey and Kylo Ren from the new Star Wars movies, which I haven't seen. Don't at me. I saw Rogue One, and that was good, and I just didn't feel like watching the other ones. I might. I think they're on Disney Plus, not sponsored. And so I don't know. I've got some days off coming up, so I might watch them. I might not. I don't know. Um, but there were also some mention in the reviews that the SA scene happens and then the character compartmentalizes and moves on, and that's just not realistic. And I'm like, the character has a troubled backstory that's not really gotten into. It's just kind of glossed over because she's uncomfortable talking with it, and the person she's talking to takes her uncomfort and respects it and is like, "Okay, we can change the subject if that's what you want to do." And she's like, "Yes, I would, thank you very much." And so it's implied that she had a difficult upbringing. It's never stated explicitly what that is, but as someone who had trauma in my past and someone who has been SA'd and SH'd, yes, after a while, the character has a good long cry about it, and then is able to put it in a box and stuff it down. And that's essentially what I did. I got I got assaulted, and I ran home and I hid under my desk, and I called my partner, and he got me to call the police, and I basically hid under the desk until he got home. And then when he got home, I was like, "Okay, well, have you eaten? Do I need..." Like, it was like a switch flipped in my head, and it's like, okay, t- I've had enough of that. There's enough of that that's happened. Sorry, my cats are in the other room, and they are being furry little terrors. They just got new Halloween toys, and so they're being furry little terrors. Here, one of them just came in. He'll probably jump on something in the background. And I compartmentalized it, and the other times that it's happened, I've compartmentalized and moved on, because at some point you have to. And so I felt like that was very very real reaction and a piece of good writing. Like a piece of writing that felt like better writing than you would expect to find in a romance novel. And it made me excited for the author because of how well she handled the situation that obviously she created in the context of the story. But she handled it so well, where other authors I've seen put this in there just to get views, well, not views, but readers to be, oh, look, it's a serious book because it has this serious topic in it. And she actually handles it very well and very respectfully and very realistically. And I appreciated that a lot. And I just want to say to the people who are like, oh, you can't compartmentalize. I don't think they've been in a situation where something like this has happened. And I am so thankful that they don't know that you can compartmentalize things, because that means that they haven't been through this. Sorry, I'll get off my soapbox. But yes, 5 stars for this book. It is well written. It is a very fast read. I read this in about 6 hours, which, book thickness, this is how thick the book is. About 6 hours. And I read it 3 hours before work, came home, tried to go to bed. The dogs I was watching woke me up at 2 in the morning, so I got up, I let them out. It was nice out, so I just let them be outside. I left the door open because the air conditioning wasn't on, so it was fine. And that way they could come and go as they wanted. It was 3 giant labs of doom. Very nice puppies. And I just read for until I finished it. So I read this book in 2 sittings. It's that engrossing, it's that good, it's that fast, because you want to know more. You want to know what happens. You care about the characters. You empathize with the characters. You feel for the characters. You want them to get together. So, yeah. Have you read The Love Hypothesis? Have you read anything else by Ali Hazelwood? I am very excited to read something else by her. Again, I feel bad because I don't remember which one it was. I guess it's her most recent because it was at Target on middle of the aisle display. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below. Are you excited for spooky season? Are you a spooky season person? Also let me know, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.